You Capricorns are pretty much getting the same ass message too. Underlying energy is the Eight of Pentacles. Underneath that is death. Same message pretty much. Because the eight, death talks about releasing something, letting something go. Allowing things to just, to just die pretty much. Like whatever perspective that you had, disappointment, way of thinking, whatever that's been holding you back, whatever's kept you going for some time, that's no longer keeping you, whatever's pretty much halted your growth, it's time to let it go. And I think there's a lot of focus on work or what you need to be focusing on, period. And the thing is, it has to do with what's been keeping you from being able to move forward. It's this new life that's been dying to start. But it's like you guys have been working very hard at probably not seeing it. Okay? And the reason why I say this is because you have the Nine of Swords in the heart of your reading, crossed by the Six of Cups. But the Nine of Swords, y'all, what do I always say is this card is lack of sleep, stress, doubts, all kinds of stuff is going on up top in those not in that noggin of yours. You guys are feeling this energy. Sucks. And it's because somebody of the past could potentially come back, or this is about the past. You guys are being reminded of every little aspect about your ex right now. It's frustrating. You know what I mean? That's extremely frustrating because I feel like you guys may have thought that was done, thought that was over. Death coming up, you all maybe thought it was over. But that's the thing. There's something here that's keeping y'all from being able to let go of it. And it's not like it's like you guys mean to hold on to this mess. That's why I think y'all stressed out about it. It's like, why is this stuff coming up? Why am my ex's favorite song coming up? What does all this mean? Well, perhaps there is something that you have to let go of. Perhaps this has to do with the last time you've ever been in a relationship that you felt was successful, that actually made you happy. Now, there's nothing wrong with, appreciating this moment in time where you were the most innocent, you were the most open to love. But at the same time, it's like, if you guys are not, are you guys even like allowing yourselves to date, put yourselves out there, trying to let go of the situation? Because if you say that you've moved on, you really have to think about what moved on means. Because if you've moved on, Aquarius, listen to me. Please do not be mad at me. But what I'm saying about to say, listen to me though. If you truly moved on, y'all would have been dating somebody by now. So if those of you that are dating right now, this message may not be for you, because right now the situation is showing, yeah, you're stressing out about this person from the past, the one that you love, and that's okay. You know what? I have the most utmost sympathy for y'all, because that's the worst torture in the world. But the thing is, you may be closing yourself off from stuff. You may be holding yourself back, and that's why the X is coming up. This is about your love. This is about, what is it for you? Since this is your squared house, and this is what you're going to be your 9th. It's your first. So you go from 11th, which is Capricorn. So 12th, Capricorn. 11th, Sagittarius. Yeah, 10th. Your 10th house. So this is public, how people see you, things like that. It doesn't matter how people see you, honestly. It's Scorpio. Nobody really sees the real you anyway. That's just kind of how it's going to be, because you're Scorpio. Because Scorpio is your 10th house. No one's going to truly see all of you. Not because they can't. Well, not just because they can't. It's because you only allow people to see a certain side of you that you want to show. But the point of it all is that this person's seen all aspects of you, and I feel like that's what stressed you out. The last time that you've been in a relationship with somebody, they saw all facets of you. Like, again, this is a very innocent time, very young. Of course, you're going to be the most authentic you that you can possibly be. Not saying that you guys are not ever authentic in the first place. But the point of it all is that this person has some serious sentiment, and that thing that's kept you guys from necessarily starting any relationship, for those of you out there that has been rejecting relationships all over the doggone place, saying hell no, hell no, hell no, cutting people down, saying hell no, being cold. You've been rejecting those things. This person, this ex, may not come back. They may. There's no telling what the hell the universe has planned for you, as far as this goes. But this is about love. This is about relationships. This is about being free. You've kept yourself in this loop, in this tie, and it's not because you don't really want to be open regarding love right now, because this was the best thing that you've ever had. That doesn't mean that this is the best thing that you will ever have. It's just the best thing you've had so far. Now, in the past, you had the Two of Wands. So you had to make a decision about where you were going, taking, honestly, go make a decision about where you're taking your life, pretty much. All right, you just took matters in your own hands. You didn't let that technically defeat you emotionally. You just took it. No, what you did was you took that feeling, that stress, that pain, that depression, and you made it into something creative. And you took avenues in which to creatively, express the pain that you've gone through. But now you have the devil coming up. The devil coming up. Now this could talk about karmic connections, karmic stuff going on with the, period. This could talk about your patterns in relationships. This could be bringing up intimacy situations. You may be like holding off and keeping yourself closed in, and not really letting yourself be all of you because you're not willing to be as intimate as you were back in the day when you were with this person, or whether you were with someone or someone's. Either way, this person perhaps allowed you to feel the most comfortable. So how's that going to be? How are you going to be able to be comfortable? How are you going to be able to be you, all of you, unequivocally within a relationship and trust this person at all? Devil could talk about addictions, talks about taboo, obsession. I don't think y'all are obsessed with the past, but I think there is this, it's really weird. It's almost like, okay, for some of you out there, very few of you may be obsessed with your ex. You may be just straight up obsessed with the other person. But I get this feeling for some of you guys, which is for real, it may feel like an obsession to a certain degree, but it's not an obsession. Like, you just can't help but see them everywhere because you have some sort of attachment to them that obviously stems from yourself, right? And now that's not to say that, again, that you're obsessed with this individual, because that's not really what I'm trying to say. It's really hard to explain this, but it's almost like if this connection would appear to be obsession only because you can't get away from this individual. You can't get away from memories and things that trigger this memory. So it's almost like you kind of lock yourself in a box, or you've locked yourself in a box because you're unwilling to break this chain and go out of the realm of the past energy, because you've been in this for a while, and pretty much break the chain. I think they're starting something new with somebody. It's hard to do because, one, you haven't noticed them in the first place with the Four of Cups in your external energy. You have not noticed them. You have not seen them because you haven't been necessarily paying attention to them. All you've been seeing is this relationship of the past, when there's somebody around you probably that's trying to offer you love, opening the door, and you're like, you can't see it. You're in devil energy. You're in devil past territory. And you're stressed out about it because you really want to get out of it. But it's like that it's like this spiral. It's like you guys are spiraling. Like, you want to get out so bad, but you don't want to be in a relationship because you don't want the situation from the past happening. You get happy about how the past was. Remember all those good times. It's that perpetual cycle. You just keep spinning yourself down in that little circle. And it's hard to break free from it. But you just have to say, you know what? The past happened. It's not where I'm going to stop. I'm not going to just let this past relationship keep me from having the best relationship in the world. And I feel like that's the shift of focus that's necessary. Leaving this perpetual cycle, leaving this kind of addiction of reminding yourself of why you're not in a relationship, which will then trigger old good memories to kind of counter your arguments of potentially being happy. But instead of seeing it as a way of seeing it as ways of, you know what, you have an opportunity to be happy again, you're seeing it as, this was the only person that made me feel this way. This was the only person that made me feel like I can be happy like this, and it's the only time. Instead of seeing it like that, you have to see it from a different angle. You have to see it from a different perspective. I'm surprised the Hangman ain't coming up at all in this, but the death card did. Releasing of some sort of perspective, some sort of something. And that release has to do with how you see your relationships. That cycle, that spiral, it's just crazy. And the reason why you have the Four of Pentacles, which is something I really do not like with all of this going on in your love life right now, with the Four of Pentacles coming up. No, hell no. No. I don't like seeing the Four of Pentacles. Subjectively, I don't like it. Objectively, I know why it's coming up. Why? Because you feel locked in the cage. You don't want to break free. You don't want to let go of it. You just know that this is not what you're going to be experiencing anymore. But this is going to continue to be the perpetual cycle. But the situation is this as well. The Four of Pentacles will make you reevaluate whether or not this being single, keeping to your sticking to your guns, not opening up, not taking a risk, not doing anything like that, if it's really worth that, because you're driving yourself crazy. You think you're seeing signs of your ex coming back, or you think you see situations in which there's like, you're just getting like bombarded with memories and triggers, and you're like, I have no idea what this means. And it means that you can be happy again. There's somebody around you, but the only way we can help you, we can get you to see that you have the potential to be happy again, is by remembering the last time you've ever been so happy within a relationship. It's hard to see it that way, especially if you're just so annoyed with seeing the ex thing stuff coming up a million times a day. It's hard. It's very hard. But that's why the Four of Swords is coming up in your goal and ambition. Aquarius, man, like, it's time to heal now. This period of rest is not going to last forever. And you cannot make this last forever. You can. As a matter of fact, I take it back. Y'all are capable of some amazing ass shit. So if y'all want to stay in this energy, you absolutely 100% can. Should you? That's for you to decide as well. If you like driving yourself crazy, because that's what it looks like for me, subjective, call what it is, what you like, I don't care. The situation is that you drive yourself 100% crazy. Only because you do not trust people. You don't trust yourself to fall in love just because you blame yourself for being hurt, not the other person. Some of you anyway. Some of you legitimately blame people. Like you blame the other person, but it's not about blame. It's not about anybody at fault. It hurt nonetheless. But either way, this is not about pain. There's no Three of Swords. This is about happy memories. It's almost like you're loyal to the memory on accident. But the most importantly, like, you just don't believe. Nine of Swords is the lack of belief. You don't believe. You don't believe because you don't see. If you see something, see it as face value, you will know that it is. It's facts. What is the facts? The Six of Cups. The past is in your face day in and day out. But what is beyond that? Happiness. It returns to you every day, every time, every moment you have, that the universe has, to give you these beautiful memories. They give you that sense of fleeting joy, but then that sense of panic, because you don't want to have that happen. You're afraid that every time you get happy, there's something perpetual is going to come to it. You and Libra have very similar readings. But that does not mean history don't repeat itself. I already talked about the external energy like I've done recently. I don't typically do that order with talking about the present and the external energy. But you know what? I'm doing it this time because I don't care. So bear with me, or don't bear with me, but just, follow along, because right now we're headed to the outcome, which is the most important, which is about moderation in all things. Patience, being, just doing you do, just knowing that you got yourself under control. No one else has you under control, and you can do your thing. Right now you're exerting power and energy in areas in which you just are literally kicking yourself in the ass. Like, you just look like, hell no, I am not going to be, stopped. I'm not going to be controlled. I'm not going to let my ex hold me down. You are letting them do that, though. Devil. You are relinquishing your control every time you fight these memories off, instead of looking at what you really need to be seeing. We're really shifting the focus. Seeing what is the message, what your reaction is to the message. Your reaction to the message may not be the healthiest to it. Your reaction to the past may not be healthy. Now, that again, you guys would be like, what do you mean? If this person, left me or hurt me and did some things, just because it's happy memories doesn't mean I'm not reacting to it in the best way possible. No, that's not what I'm saying. There is something that you have to see with this stuff that will help you break free from the chains of the devil. That will help you realize that chain that you had around your neck was something you were wearing voluntarily. And it was an illusion that it was tight. Not that it was anything like ridiculously tight on your neck. You could have lifted it off your neck all day and all night. But it's a thing that it's just a perpetual cycle that you have going on here, because that you just can't, well, you're not necessarily, either you don't understand it, or that you just don't care about what it is trying to show you, because you're not trying to be unsingle. You're not trying to do any of that. But there's been love waiting for you on the day and in and out. So it's all about healing and being. There's not much you can really do right now. And there's honestly, considering that you've got some stuff that you've got to deal with here, that's all you can do. That's all you really need to be doing, is focusing on why you are so adamant about never having the past repeat itself, even though it was the best thing you've ever felt. You don't have to have that other part to it. The other unsatisfying part to it, but you taking this pain and put it into something creative. That shows you something. But I'm not going to go too much into it. But the point of it all is that this happiness is yours to have. It's just up to you to see that it's not trying to keep you from being you. It's not trying to strip you from your power. It's not trying to keep you from being powerful. The memories are not trying to make you feel like you're incapable of ever leaving this person. And I don't think it's necessarily a karmic connection that's keeping you guys from connected. It's really you. Because you will not let this person go. Not really. I think you have tried to, in one way or another, but truly letting them go will be allowing new things to come in, allowing love to come in without the fear of something like the past happening, without connecting with somebody, the fear of connecting with somebody new, of feeling that feeling again. That's truly letting them go. And it's hard as hell, but you know what? You have to figure out you have to find what is keeping you from being able to heal. So you can move on. Let me go ahead and pull your guys, your romance angels. Your wisdom of the oracle, rather. What the heck? Okay. You guys have Fork in the Road that came out. Yes, you had Yin as well underneath the deck. Well, the other two cards that fell down on the floor, I saw it and said Yin on it. So this is very interesting. Everybody's been getting very Yin-y kind of energy. There's not much to do. Because right now with Venus going retrograde, males, females out there, feminine energy, people that tap into their feminine energy the most, we're going to be out of commission for a little bit. Because we have to evaluate what makes us feel insecure. Because right now, this message is basically about your insecurities. What do you feel insecure about? Trusting people, falling in love again, being attached to somebody emotionally, that in not being able to truly break the tie without true closure. That closure has to be brought about yourself. Even though justice didn't come up to show it, death isn't one card I will see for closure. Again, this is about being free. And instead of you guys being the Aquarius, y'all have acted like you're Taurians or Capricorns. Nothing to say if those are, Taurus people or Capricorns are watching. This is not about that. Don't take that the wrong way. Because what I'm trying to say is that you guys are all about your freedom. And instead of being the freest thing in the world by releasing any sort of things that keep you from being bound, you've held on to it. That's not like you, Aquarius. That's not Aquarius. Aquarius don't hold on to stuff. They're free. They're free animals. They're free beings. They're free creatures. They're scientists, mad scientists. They allow their minds to roam, to experience new things, to innovate. And you've kept yourself in a very non-Aquarian energy for so long. So you guys have wash away your burdens. That's very four swords. If you notice, the woman is crying. There's a water around her. Even those paintings, it's water. It's tears. Cry it out, man. Let that go. But heal. It's time to pick a path, go down that path, so that way you can let these 3 cups just sit there and be unappealing. It's driving you all nuts, not having anything going on. It's worse than the Sagittarius. Sagittarius has the same problem. Y'all focusing on something that's kicking your behind as far as boredom goes. You don't want to do devil stuff because you're bored. Or maybe y'all do. But either way, like, it can lead you, what is the thing, what is the this old saying, and that, and you know, if you play Overwatch, you know, that's one of Moira's voice lines. It says, the idle hands are the devil's work. The idle mind, the idle feelings, the idle anything is the devil's work. I mean, you get into trouble by not, you know, by feeling as bored as you are. And I'm not trying to say you're doing this on purpose. Please understand that. And I don't take it like I'm trying to say that you guys are doing this to yourselves. You are, but that's not what I mean as in the blame game. It's about take your power back more than anything. Don't let nobody, don't let your mind, don't let nothing keep you guys from being your Aquarius self. It's not about blame. It's recognizing accountability. It's taking accountability. Recognizing where you are now, so you can take the power back. This is never about me throwing you under the bus. It's never about me being cruel. Nothing like that. I don't care enough to be rude to you guys. I don't care enough to be rude to any of the signs. I don't care. What I care about is you guys actually having happiness, and you guys just at least being the Aquarius that you are, which is being free of anything and being this inspirational beacon of light. But you can't be that if you're too focused on just what is happening and not, you know, just not trying to hear it. You know, this stuff is kicking your behinds. And as a sister sign, I don't want to see my sisters and brothers going through this. So you can understand this is not frustration either. This is true and utter passion. Because you guys are amazing. You guys are great. I want to see you do great. I want to see you feel great. You can't feel great or do any of those things if you keep yourself locked in a box. And that box is, this is the only time I'll be happy. This relationship is what got me into trouble in the first place. But look, you created something great. You have the new opportunity now. You have somebody coming in, or you have some new love coming in, but you have to accept that this happened. This Ace of Cups, the Six of Cups, this beautiful memory happened, and it's not going to be the last. It is not going to be the last.